What's up everyone, Billy here from Box Collectibles bringing you another toy review, and today we are looking at Hasbro's Zord Ascension project, Astro Megazord. This is their third release in the Zord Ascension project, my first review for it. This is a couple years old now since Hasbro's not the one making the toys anymore for the time being, while everything's on hiatus / canceled, depending on your preference of wording. But this was their last Megazord entry into the Zord Ascension project, and it's honestly probably the best one. So let's go ahead and get into what's in the set, and then we'll look at the box. All right, so in the set, you get the Astro Mega shuttle, the Astro Mega ship, 2 extra pairs of hands, 2 for posing, 2 for grabbing things, sword, shield, gun. Here's the sword, very big. And then you also get these 5 minifigures. The Black Ranger's kind of blending in with my cloth, but you can see them there. Doing the Zord summoning pose for when they go Astro Mega ship. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot in the set. All right, so there's a lot to go over with the box, so let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so here's the box. I'm going to sit it down here so we can look at it. We just got this headshot of the Astro Megazord, and then on the side, a picture of the Zord. And then over on this side, we have an illustration of the Zord, of the Megazord, which I love that. That's awesome. On the bottom, just some words. This is probably from what I bought it from, but it's saying plastic free. And then up here, we got the MZ0602, so season 6, episode 2. And then on the back, showing all the cool stuff that you get. As you can see, just all the accessories, the hands, whatnot. The 5 Ranger figures. We got Z0601 for Zord 0601. And then since this, other reviewers have pointed out, but since this actually showed up in Turbo, it says Z0545 because this is the shuttle that they use in Turbo from Nesada. Just flexing my knowledge. And then just showing the 2 different cockpits that you get, which is nice. And then here's the Megazord. And it's saying it's 37 centimeters and 14.5 inches for those 2 different measurements. And then, so as you can see, this is just a slip cover. So this comes off. We can set that to the side. And then on the back is just this big blue Z metallic symbol. I think the Dragon Zord had a green one like this. Megazord, I cannot remember. It might have been silver. There's a QR code up here. So if you want to scan that, I haven't scanned it yet. So there's that. And then down here, just another Z for the Zord Ascension project. But the box comes off. I've already unpacked everything. This is like post me opening it and playing with it a lot. But we can take this off like that. And then on the inside, we got another illustration of the Megazord. Make sure that you can see that. This is my, it's making a shadow effect. But yeah, there it is. There it is, fighting a Ecliptor. That's awesome. Megazord had gold bar. I'm not sure if the Dragon Zord had one because I never owned the Dragon Zord. Then in here, it's like the control panel in the cockpit. So up here we got some stats for the Megazord, and then just random things. Energy 48.36%, power 67.83%. I think those are the same thing, but I'm not a official Power Ranger. But then the logo down here, and when you open it, this thing comes out. And then in here is where everything's held in these bags. But that's it for that. Nothing on the back of this besides just some plain cardboard. Alright, and before we get into the Zords themselves, I went ahead and put these onto this. This is a deck box that I have just hanging out. But the little minifigures for each Ranger. So we can go ahead and get a little closer look at those. They're all doing the same pose for the Zord summoning, and they're all just this one color, but they're the 5 Rangers, so that's pretty cool. This is one of the 3 ways that you get the Space Rangers technically in the set, so that's cool too. Yeah, just a little neat addition. Nothing too extravagant. They're Lightning Collection, but not the Lightning Collection, so there's not a lot of details. Alright, and here we have the first Zord from the set, the Mega Shuttle. It can do the whole same like docking thing that the original could do on the blaster, so it can be like this. It doesn't really sit flat how you want it to. It'd be at an angle, so if you had something under it, then you could, you know, recreate the scene where Justin's watching his friends fly into space to go fight for their lives. Well, we have it here. You can do this in the Megazord mode too, but since it's in the shuttle, might as well. But you can see these little indents on the sides, and it just pops open. And there we have the Space Rangers in the iconic cockpit of the Astro Megazord, or, you know, the Astro Mega Shuttle. Another thing, this doesn't really connect how you would want it to stay properly, so it just has a peg, and we'll go ahead and take this off and set that to the side while we look at this more closely. I love that. Just the I was rewatching In Space, and just like the first scene where they all get into this specific cockpit, you know, for Mega Ranger, but just blaring the In Space theme song. It was very cool. And then, yeah, just the Mega Shuttle itself. Down here, you can see the chin of the head. But if you're looking at it from this way, it looks perfectly fine, or the side. And I have one comparison with this. The original, this is my original from that year that my grandma bought me, you know, with the actual like Megazord. And even in this one, you can see the chin. So, was anything lost or gained here? Not really. But you can see the different colors, the different size wings, different things for this to be in this scale, and then also just like smushed. It's interesting. Whereas this one's more of that sharp V. This one has like these like longer side fins. I have lost this top fin to time because it's old. But yeah. Alrighty, and we have the Astro Mega ship in all its glory. This thing is massive. It's very heavy, very awesome, very, you know, collector oriented is this Megazord. But yeah, this looks great. Not much to it because it is just a ship, but we can just look at all the cool details. Like the chrome M instead of like the light M, which I'll show in the comparison with that. The silver blasters, all the details. Has it down to a T. Whoever got the Mega ship in the heritage auction, I hope they do a comparison with this, just to show off like the different things that Hasbro got right and wrong. Down here we have the shield with the team logo, or the emblem, the M for Mega. I wonder why. They could have adapted that to the Megazord Ascension project. But yeah, it rolls very nicely. Love that. Let's go ahead and bring in the comparison. There we have the original. So you can see the differences. Bigger nose compared. This one's more aerodynamic compared to this, which it's space, so it doesn't need to be aerodynamic. But I lost the cannons. You know, this is old, so stuff's missing. But this one doesn't have sounds or anything like that we have to worry about losing over time. I don't even think these cannons takes a bit for them to come off. We're not going to touch it. But this is what I was talking about, where it's clear because these were buttons when this worked. And then, speaking of the M, let's go ahead and look at the other cockpit. This is supposed to be the bridge. You can see, so we got the 3 up here and then the 2 back there. Let me see if I can get my light a bit better for us. And yeah, it has different monitors all around, or the space for the monitors. It's just solid down. You can imagine that this would be more open, like the show. All right, and then quick to compare the backs. You can see that these are stickers where it's molded here, not silver. And then also these like vents here are not here. That's where the side of the leg is, but this will also be the side of the leg. They just wanted the back to look more like a spaceship, I guess. All right, and then to combine the Mega Shuttle into here, the iconic scene where the Mega Shuttle gets dragged in. It doesn't have this on it, of course, but I'm going to show how these are, they interact with the Mega Ship. So we'll take off the Mega Shuttle and set that to the side, and then these clip off like so. They're really tough too. Like this plastic is like very good quality plastic. Surprisingly, it's not gonna like break off easily. But yeah, so these just clip in here. Like so, and then the same on the other side. Like that. And then we'll go ahead and put the shuttle in. So to do that, you want to open up the front just like in the show. And then it has these two holes here that these back here, these thrusters will peg into. Like so. And then to make sure to shut it right, you want to just hold this nose because it's kind of front heavy, so it like slouches from the head. But you just want to make sure that you hold at least one side, and then the other side should go on properly. If you heard me over the loud ratchet, now we have the proper fin up here for the Mega Ship. And then down here, doesn't matter which way you want it. I of course want it to be the M, but this becomes a blaster for the bottom, so this folds out. And then that same peg just pegs into either of these holes, depending how you have the shield. Like so. And then it goes to the bottom. And there you have it. It's fully armed up, the Astro Mega Ship. The rest of the accessories, like these extra hands, which I'll show you how to put on, they're kind of tough to put on. They don't really have places to stay. The Astro Mega Saber kind of just appears, so it's not stored anywhere on this. Also, look how massive this is compared to the Zord. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Mega Ship itself. Alrighty, and like I've been hinting at, this thing is a pain, not a pain. This is very involved to transform, so hopefully I get it all in frame. I'm on the other side of the camera. But yeah, so we're going to want to remove the booster rocket things and set those to the side. And then also remove the laser. And then to do this properly, like the show, we got this. Opens up in the front. That's one thing that's a problem with it, that it does. But yeah, so you open it up in the front, and then, the Mega Shuttle. So it opens up in the front, and then, the Mega Shuttle pops out, and then it starts flying around. Have the team in it, as shown earlier, like that. They're just, and then cuts back to the Megazord like this. But for now, we'll have it like this, so I can show you the correct way to do everything, or else you're going to break some clips. You need to fold out the arms this way, because that's some added articulation. You see it already popped off, but it does store on there. It clips on. I've just been messing with it. But yeah, it comes off. It has the 4 clips, pretty much the same as the old shield. The shield is the only weapon I have in the original, so I'll show that off once we get this transformed. And then we'll go ahead and shut the arms, and then unclip them this way. So they're bent out like this. They're not bent, but unclipped, because in here specifically is where the clip is. And then we can bring it over to this side. What I like to do is go ahead and fold up these skirt pieces so we can see everything that's going on in here. And then the sides are going to unclip like so. And then that's as far as that'll go down. And then the same will happen on the other side. But let's go ahead and do this leg. So what you need to do specifically for this, so you can use some muscles, you need to be twisting both sides at once. I grab this part to make sure that I'm twisting it right. There we go. So that's all the way down. And we can do the other side. So unclip, straighten out, and then same thing. All right, and then we have it like this. Then we'll go ahead and swing it down, turn the leg forward. Mine has a problem where I'm gonna fix this later. Not right now or anytime soon, but the ratchet that's supposed to hold it like this is just one twist wrong on the inside, I'm pretty sure. So I just need to open it up and see. But when you look at it this way, or on this one, you can see how different that is, where it's supposed to be out. But luckily it has some really good ankle articulation that will help mediate that. I just like to have the cannons forward. But speaking of the ankle articulation, let's go ahead and you'll just go ahead and, let's go ahead and flip out these things on the inside that kind of fill out the back, like so. And then we just go ahead and wiggle the ankles down. Like that. This way, you'll be able to see it better, but it just comes down like that. So you have that ankle, it's on a ball joint, kind of. What that allows me to, with my messed up knee, not my messed up knee, but you know, the Megazord's messed up knee to be that way. All right, so from here, we'll go ahead and fold these skirts down, fold that back, and then bring the arms in, like so. And then this slides down and it locks in. You hear it? Strong ratchet, strong locks. Sign of a good quality toy. And then that's the rest. And then I know it's like halfway through that this docks in. Flies in from the back. I'll show you how it transforms. It's the same way. This all folds out, and then the head, once it plugs in, and so the head, you slide it in because it fits under a lip to hold it in. And then back here, there's some clips that this plugs into, like that. And then the head folds up. There's a peg up here that fits into a hole that's on the top of the head. That's hard for me to show you. And that just pegs in there. Then we have a fully articulated Astro Megazord head. All right, and yeah, here's the Astro Megazord. This would be what you got, just bigger. There was a big Astro Megazord that was like hollow plastic that did the full transformation. Honestly, it would be cool to add to your collection if you can find it, because none of the other ones that are that size transform like it did. But yeah, this would be what you got here. And before I get into the articulation, I'll go ahead and show you the old one in comparison. And here's the old one, the old Astro Megazord. You can see just how different they are. comparatively, there's a more like, suit correct like build to this compared to where this is a toy. But yeah, that if this was it and this was it, it'd be great because it's the Astro Megazord and it's a great looking toy. So, but there's more for this than just this. So with the Astro Megazord, the Zord Ascension one specifically, you get not only the typical Megazord articulation here, and then the original did have this, but it couldn't go forward. And so you can lift up these skirts, and then it can go forward now, like this. And it can do a knee bend, this has ankle, and then it can also go out to the side. The ankle can just twist around fully. So for, great posing, as we've talked about on this channel before. And then instead of like a normal butterfly joint where it would like go into the chest, they have it set up like this, but it kind of looks all right if you go kind of like, a more ready pose like this. Where he's like ready to fight and whatnot. And then also, the most random thing on this, Megazords do not have these intentionally. Mach Robo had one because of its transformation, but there's a ab crunch and then also a tilt or a twist. So you can do all that too, which is cool. And then I love the head posability. Personally, it's my favorite in the posability because just like, and there's that one gif where it's like, and then he tells him to come on. So I use that one a lot. I think I used it on Blue Sky recently, actually, as a hint towards this. But yeah, so that's all that stuff, and then it has accessories as well. Let's go ahead and go into the hands. So it has these like hiya hand, has one for each hand. I'm gonna show you how to put one on. Not really important for me to put both on, but they are tough. If you want to heat it up, it's fine. Mine is pretty easy to get them on and off. There's this ball that they sit on, and then there's some like bumps to help with friction, and then you just gotta really put it on at like an angle, and then there you go. Oh, and then another piece of articulation is that it has this as well. So yeah, you can have them wave down at all the friends down there. But I don't really use these hands, so the hands I would use are these ones that hold the weapons. And these would be my default ones if it looked fine in the Astro Mega ship on the back, but these just look better to me. So these ones are important, but what's even more important is making sure you get the weapon in right. And it's easier to put this on to here and then this onto the wrist. So, because this is just tight. This is where I would probably warm this up, but yeah. I'm just like, I don't know. The size of this, it's like a dagger for me. Or like a kitchen knife. Cut a steak with it. But yeah, we'll go ahead and put that on. Like so. So you have them with the sword, and you put them like all the way back here so you can see them with it. Because it gets really big if I don't. And then the other hand, we'll go ahead and swap it. Because it can hold our other two weapons and it won't be too hard. So, like I said, here's the shield to get it right. So the M You want it to be an M, not a W. Wumbo, mumbo. You want this handle on the top so it turns. This is exactly like the old one. It has a similar spring gimmick and everything. And then the handle. I'm going to show you the old one. Like I said, way smaller, but there's the N, and then does the same thing to get the handle out. So that's cool. But the shield goes into the hand like so. And so you can see it's holding it. But yeah, then you have it with sword and shield. Or the weapons don't have designated hands. I mean, you know, the sword is always in that hand, and I think the blaster is also in that hand, but I'm not taking that sword out. So have these extra pieces that we were using for the shuttle instead. So they were like this. You need to just go ahead and put it like this, and then snap them in like so. And then its handle is right here like so. And then that just goes into the hand like that. And then so it can blast like that. And then the shield also can fold in like this, and then this clip right here can clip onto one of the Mega Ship's wheels and make it arm mounted like he's Captain America. So that's pretty cool. I know some people pose them that way to have it, and it also turns so you can have the M the correct way. And yeah, the posability with this thing is endless. I mean, there's an end because it is big. But the only thing I have, it's on my shelf, I'm not getting it down, is Oni Taijin. That would like scale perfectly with this. And so yeah, that's been it for this one, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the Zord Ascension project. I mean, we all have a probably very correct opinion on it considering the state of Hasbro. But other than that, like the 3 releases, which one was your favorite if you got them? If you didn't get them, are there any that you are looking for on the aftermarket? Let me know down in the comments. I will have pictures of this on Instagram, instagram.com/Bacchus Collectibles, and I'll be posting more stuff here like I've been doing recently, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, thanks for watching.